Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very warm welcome to Wellington Speedway here, round number 2 of the D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Yesterday, we saw this man right here, top spot. You went number 1 in qualifying round 1. You won round 1 as well, Bay Park. You're doing it all the right way yesterday, the top spot again in Pro Sport.
Yeah, it was a wicked track. Hopefully I can keep these results going, but yeah, there's a bit of pressure on. Yeah.
How do you feel pressure when you're out there? I mean, you're out there, you're enjoying the drifting. Does the pressure ever get to you?
The pressure is probably in my mind leading up to it. As soon as I'm out there just trying to wash everything off, I'm here to have fun. I mean, obviously I want to do well, get the sponsors out there. I want that top spot, but if you're not having fun, why are you here? So yeah.
Exactly, you've got an incredible looking car. I've never been an R-Dog fan. You turned it into an R-Dog for me, I'm pretty sure. It looks amazing. It looks the part on track. The NZ all over it. The sponsors are going to be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, they're pumped. They love seeing it on that top step. Obviously, the live stream gets us good footage out there. They love seeing it. I love, supporting them and doing what we do with them on the side of our door.
Well, the sponsors love seeing it. The drivers love seeing it. It's time for you guys to now see it. Pro Sport. Let's get into battle.
Your way ahead is always smooth.
Boys and girls, a very warm welcome to the 2019 D1NZ Drifting Championship. It's round 2, the Thunderdome, presented by NZ Vapor. Very warm welcome to Max Motors Family Speedway here in Wellington, the capital city. And it is time now for drifting action. If you're just joining us on the live stream, a very warm welcome to you. It's been a beautiful weekend so far. Lots and lots of sun yesterday. A little bit of cloud cover today, which is great to, of course, bring the racing, the drifting action out on this concrete jungle that is the Speedway track here, Max Motors Family Speedway. If you're here at the track again, a very warm welcome to you. I can see people starting to roll through the gates, ready for their drifting action. Of course, yesterday we had some amazing efforts from many drivers to go through what was a smoke screen brought to us by the wonderful sun coming through and creating a huge glare and making it a struggle. We've actually had to go through this morning and do a bit of painting up on the wall by the NZ Vapor zone and actually paint it with a whole lot of pink dazzle cans, etc., in an effort to allow our drivers to see as they're breaking through and hitting that sunshine. We might not see as much of that this afternoon. I guess only time will tell. But yeah, of course, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. Galore Parts Group, Turbosmart, of course distributed by North Shore Toyota, Cooper Tyres, your local tyre guys, and a big shout out to Cooper Tyres Petone. They even helped me fix a puncture that when I walked out of my hotel room this morning, so a big thank you to the team and of course the other Cooper Tyres. We've got Bex Bennett and Hamilton, of course Ethan Bryant and the team of Rotorua. There's Cooper Tyres branches throughout NZ. Black Lion Tyres, official sponsors of our live stream here. Of course Panhead Breweries, Casper Transmissions, NZ Vapor, DKM Fabrications, Mimico Industrial Machinery Imports. Big shout out to Rex Davies. He's in Daytona, and he gave me a message yesterday saying he's watching his son, Abracadadam, I think his name is. Of course, Adam Davies, and then we've got V Energy TTI Racing Gearboxes. There's a huge consortium of partners and of sponsorship and media partners that bring this show to the likes of this Wellington region. So we've got Atlan Norman and the Precision Roofing S15 on screen. New chassis for Atlan. I think he picked it up mid last year. And then we've got Sean Potros, who will be leading the way out in his Nissan S14. So it's a similar horsepower between the two drivers. S15 versus S14, it's the battle of the S chassis. So it's a choice events machine. Who will lead? It's the right hand side of the screen, left hand side of the track if you're here. And we'll take the opportunity to welcome to the live stream Brendon White. How are you, mate? There we go.
Very well there, Steve, very well there. So we've got Atlan Norman on the chase, and we have the choice boy of Sean out on the front. Steve, what we're going to do is we're going to dissect this. I think you're going to do the hype lead run, and then I'll dissect the chase runs. How's
Absolutely.
that sound?
So sounds like a great idea. So it is Potros who will come out of the out of the teardrop section here, dialing in the angle as Atlan Norman tries to close up the gap between himself and Potros. Potros just dipped down a little bit coming out of that final turn, jumps back on, powers out, smoke show here at Max Motors Family Speedway, round number 2 of the D1NZ. One of the things I noticed with the precision roofing machine of Atlan Norman was he did drop off slightly coming out of that first pass between these two drivers getting ready to battle. Big thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, Galore Parts Group, sponsors of our Pro Championship, and Turbosmart. It's the Turbosmart Pro Sport Championship we see out on screen, and it's the second half of the first battle here today. Atlan Norman not as high up the wall ride section as the judges would have wanted to see in qualifying yesterday, but certainly a great battle as Sean Potros tries to close up the gap, narrowing up his line, and right on the door, they're side by side. Hopefully he doesn't run himself out as he goes through the Casper transmission clip, back through the V inside clip, and back out to the wall to finish off this run. You can see just how narrow the line is. That dialing on the angle and hits the wall on the way out. The judges are going to be happy with what they saw from the lead. I think the judges will be happy as well as the
There we go, and we're going to go sliding left for Sean, sliding right for Atlan.
And it is 1, 2, 3 slides left. Sean Potros goes through into the next round.
Right, so that's a pretty cool thing. Judges are all live here up on the system. The joys of technology these days.
So new technology this season. We saw it at round 1. Tell me about it.
All right, so it's the same technology that Formula Drift, IDC, Drift Masters use, and what it is every judge has their own little tablet, and they score it individually. They don't talk to each other. Sometimes they will converse after the run, or if it's a real thing that they've missed, they'll bring that up and they'll say, look, I've missed that, and they'll go back and they'll watch the replay. But we give them a replay. Once they've watched the replay, then they have the little tablet and they just enter in their score. And once that's done, there's a man sitting actually behind this, Coleman. He's sitting behind our screen right behind us, and he then submits it, and then we get the one. So next battle up.
Next battle up will be Adam Camplin and going up against Aaron Hyatt. Adam Camplin today, I saw Geordie Cole had an issue, bent up the right front, one of the arms. Adam Camplin straight over and says, hey, look, I've got exactly what you need. Sportsmanship in D1NZ is certainly still there. Of course, that's that immaculately presented Pronto Automotive FCRX7, left-hand side of the track, and he will be leading out the Cactus Vape. That's an S14 of Aaron Hyatt. So let's get ready to send them out on track. Let them loose and smoke the bags. Pronto Automotive FC to lead them out. And the drag race down into the big double sweeping right-hander here at the Wellington Speedway, and a gap between the first and second drivers having to pull out, and let's see if just coming off the clip on the front driver, but it'll be interesting to see what the judges are going to think, because of course a big gap is the last thing they want to see as they start to tend to the big smoke show that's in front of them. Oh, but a huge mistake from Camplin, and that is going to be, well, a 0 to him, a 10-0 advantage leading into the next half of the battle. Hopefully no dirty cigarettes. Dirty cigarettes. Anyway, let's go to the second half of the battle, and it will be Aaron Hyatt who leads out Adam Camplin in that beautiful FCRX7, 2 immaculate cars, new to the D1NZ Pro Sport Championship this season, and it will be of course Hyatt who will lead. Now he's got the advantage, and Camplin's going to be trying to get right on that back bumper, force a mistake from the man who leads the way, because he knows that his day is over if that man up front ends, and he's doing it all the right way at the moment as they go through an absolute smoke show. Looks like Camplin might have actually dropped off another wheel off there, so holds on, and big straight line to finish, and it's going to be an easy decision for the judges.
Big thank you to Blackline Tyres, the crew, Melody and Lisa and stuff from SSA. So
there we go. We're sliding left, we're sliding right. Dunker, Mackie, T-Boone, easy decision. Hyatt goes through the next round.
There we go.
Them out, because that's what I'm there to do. Reminds me of a certain Nico Reed in his drifting style as well. A31 Safira, it's the Black Lions machine. That is Adam Whitehead who will lead the way. Jordan Joyce in the VIP Car Care S13 will be wanting to close that gap So he starts to wind the rubber band as they come into this first switch. He should shallow up his line, but he's gone wide. Drops a wheel off, keeps his foot in it though. It's going to be a heavy points deduction. One wheel off though. That's 2-point deduction. It's not a 0, and if he holds on to a huge angle, can he hold it there? Adam Whitehead absolutely dialing on the angle as they come to finish the first half of their battle.
Motorsport New Zealand as well, so we swap over. What can Jordan Joyce do to redeem himself?
Well, he's going to lead the way, and he'll be hoping to see a mistake, and he's absolutely gapped Whitehead coming down into the first turn. Certainly not struggling in horsepower. The Jordan Joyce is going to hope that the man behind him makes a mistake, because he will know that he's at a huge disadvantage coming through into the teardrop. Gets back up the top line that the judges want to see. Jordan Joyce comes through the Casper transmissions clip, straight past the V energy clip and back on to that wall ride. And look how high up he is. Jordan Joyce throwing on the angle, and he's right in it. Oh, that one there might be very ugly for him. I don't know if he finished the section before that car straightened up.
Wheels in motion, under power. So here we go, sliding left for Adam Whitehead, sliding right for Jordan Joyce. That was quick here at Maximoto's Family Speedway.
So Dunker, Mackie, T-Boone both say sliding left for Adam Whitehead. Adam Whitehead going through to the next round. Jordan Joyce gets to go and hang out with the boys and enjoy the drifting from the stands now. Going out to battle. Left-hand side of the tree, we've got Charlie Bond Walsh. He's in the Choice Events Nissan S13.5, 500 plus horsepower, going up against the Nissan C33. Team 33, it's the NDT Developments, John O'Connor trucking machine. Of course, David Hunter in that big, dirty Laurel.
Right, so you've got Charlie on the lead, and you've got David Hunter on the chase. So Charlie's on the left-hand side in the Choice S13. Run us through it, Steve.
Well, let's see how they start that, and it's slightly shallower than what, and you can see there a lot of wheel movement in the steering up front for Charlie Bond Walsh. Here comes David Hunter trying to close the gap, gets right underneath. Let's see how he dives in on the car in front. Slight gap's been created again. Didn't get the dive he was looking for, but still great proximity between himself and Charlie Bond Walsh. But Charlie's heading up to the top and grinds his way through the NZ Vapor Zone, finishing a nice run, a nice battle. That's what we're here to see. D1NZ, round number 2.
Right, so we go to the TTI replay. You could say who you think the advantage went to, and you can also call the battle. So this is what me and Steve are going to play, and you can't believe what we say. So if you're on the live stream and we say he won, but then the judges call someone else, it's because we're not judges.
But if I say it, I'm always right.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that too. All right, let's see what David Hunter can do from the lead as he fires it in through NZ Vapor. Again, a shallow line coming through into the transition point.
Big crash there from
Charlie Bond Walsh. Oh, the tyres pass him. It's leading the race. You'll certainly be wanting. This is when Bruce, very smart. He has already gone through. The Bruce is our man on track, and David Hunter's going to go, oh, because of course led the way.
Well, that is a real unfortunate one there.
I've got to say, a big shout out to Bruce Peachy out there and the team. They knew exactly what was going to happen. They were going to come through a smoke show, potentially find a tyre sitting in there, actually drove that car, the support vehicle through. Let's have a look, Brendon. What happened here?
All right, so they're on a bit of a shallow line, and it just seemed that he just...
It's almost like something broke.
I don't know. We'll have to watch that one again. It's almost just like he lost the traction in the front of the tyres, whether the tyres are cold and they haven't warmed them up enough. We're just going to keep watching this through. Judges are really studying this. David Hunter's on the lead, both clearly initiate on a low line. David Hunter's got the power. He's got smoke off the tyres. And
so look, yeah, so the car's straightened up. But rather than try to take another grab at it, throw it sideways and get on the loud pedal, he's elected to snatch the foot brake, and that slid him straight in.
So that's going to be a flatbed here, and unfortunately...
Oh, look, mate, not nice to see these drivers hitting the concrete. Of course, the Choice Events machines, Mr. Charlie Bond Walsh, bang into the NZ Vapor.
Yeah, exactly. And look, good to see Charlie talking back to David. David obviously stopped, so we could see that Charlie was okay. He doesn't appear to be too injured. You know, being in a number of accidents previously myself, you always feel it a little bit more the next day. You know, when the adrenaline's still high, you don't feel it so much. So he'll be a bit sore tomorrow when he gets up.
It's even sorer the next week when you actually have to work out how you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, when he's got it exactly. You know, these guys are running on a little bit smaller budget than some of the big teams, so you know, it's going to be a bit of a challenge for him. Obviously, David Hunter's going to get the win through this one and go forward. But yeah, good to see Charlie's okay. Not to explain what happened in that one. We watched it a couple of times, and it looks like Charlie's just made an error. David was on a solid line. He was rolling around through the zone like he was supposed to. Short, he was a little bit lower than he should have been. But we've seen guys running that line all weekend. So, you know, nothing untoward there. Just really just made an error, you know. And unfortunately, when you make an error at a circuit like this where the wall's so close, and I mean those walls are, you know, they're earth filled behind. They don't move. It doesn't matter what you run into them. Aside from maybe a tank, it just doesn't move, and you can see the wheel there being torn right out of the car. So a big impact.
So one free TD pit going to TDP kit going there. So that would be him. All she's wrote on that. Do you think it could be something to do with the tie rods, or it was just human error and just lost it?
Yeah, look, it's hard to say. Watching the replay, it didn't seem like anything sort of seemed to break, but it was strange, the car behaviour. It just all of a sudden just seemed to walk itself up the wall. You watch a bit of the slow-mo and see if we can see it picking up, but I think it's just a correction. Watching David, he's there and he's gathered him up, and yeah, I can't see anything except that all of a sudden the rear wheels are locked, but I feel like he's just grabbed the handbrake to try and save himself from the wall. So I guess something, you know, Charlie might be able to answer for us once he gets checked over, obviously, by the medical crew and gets cleared from that, and we'll see what he's got to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry about that. My microphone seems to be deafening your ears. Welcome back to the New Zealand Vapor Round 2. We're here, D1NZ. Join with me with Steve Daniel with the Turbosmart Pro Sport Battles. Taylor James out on track right now.
Wow, okay. Well, talking about Taylor James, he's
leading.
He certainly is leading the way. The Outpace Solutions 180 coming at him. It's Matthew Brown versus Taylor James. Taylor James, one of the early championship contenders. And he, of course, drifting his way out in the Central Equipment Movers S14. Creates a good gap between himself and Matty Brown as they come through the teardrops. You can hear the absolutely smashing the limiter. Lost in the haze, and oh, does he hit? It looks like he does. You may have missed it on the live stream, but of course Taylor James coming through, finishing off his lap. But we've got another car parked.
It's not, no offence to you, 25 looking the same stock cars. It's something different, everything different. As we swap over, not taking away from Speedway. We all love Speedway as well. Taylor James on the chase, Matthew Brown on the lead.
Well, Matthew Brown's going to certainly have to pull something out of the bag. If Taylor James is going to have to make a mistake if this is to go at least one more time for another crack at it for the man who leads the way. So it's the Outpace Solutions machine, of course. Matthew Brown, he's a local man. Get him behind him. Can he do something to force a mistake? That might have been it right there. We'll find out with the judges. But Matthew Brown will head up and, shallows off. I thought he might have, what's happened? He's got his mistake. He's got his mistake. That's 10-0 each way.
Look, this is messy all around. The judges
well, hang on.
At,
is it? No, because certainly is. Sedekaki's been handed in. 1, 2...
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's unanimous. We are going to go for the one more time. 10-0 to 10-0. So we'll see that one back out again.
So Sedekaki's been handed in. They've been handed into the merchandise hut. That is down by, you'll see the big Max Motors sign by the toilets towards the pit area. So go down and claim them. I think they must have this type of car. So if you go down and see Nikki down there anyway, if you've lost your car keys. But anyway, let's have a look. A couple of my toting local lads. They are plenty boys. Of course, we've got the Rat King S15.
Now, you were saying you're an RB fan, right?
No.
No. Okay, well, Taylor James just found a new hole in the side of his RBs.
Oh, hang on. Can I tell you a joke? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
RB Life.
Oh, mate. So there you go. Kurt Blackie, 570 horsepower. Alex Griffin, 670. So that will be it for Taylor James. He will be out of the game.
Well, that's not choice at all. All right, let's go to the next battle out on track, though. It's the TP Boys Drift. Alex Griffin, who leads the way. He's got Kurt Blackie in the R32 Sky, the Cave, Cooper Tyres, Mount Maunganui machine as they come through into the transition zone. It's going to be a big... Oh, look at the speed of the switch between these two drivers. Well, look at how ugly it just turned then. Anyway, we'll go and get Brendon to talk about that as we analyse the replay. It'll be Stocky again, back up to the wall, barriering the world in the Rat King S15. As we come to a finish, certainly a lot of angst. Get ready for the second half of the battle. Of course, it's the Cave NZ Cooper Tyres Mount Maunganui machine of Kurt Blackie, who will lead out. Alex Griffin in the Rat King S15. It's RB versus Barra. And Stocky, well, I mean, he can't get much higher than that. He decided to deposit himself into the concrete wall. And that's going to certainly create...
So the lights are going red. They're going to red now. All we've got to... Obviously, as soon as the lights go red, Kurt sees that, and this is what I was saying earlier on. Unfortunately for Alex, he is a fast driver, and he loves the wall, but this one, he did have the advantage as well. All he needed to do was score another advantage. Very good aggression here from Kurt Blackie, as you see here on his lead run. He had a good aggression, but Alex just pushes it deep, doesn't manage to... You can hit the wall, but you've got to bring it back and keep your foot off it, but he just couldn't get back out of that wall, so really unfortunate there for the driver of the S15, you know, Tauranga locals as well.
Oh, actually, I just realised.
Sliding left for Alex Griffin, right for Kurt Blackie. 1, 2, 3, unanimous. Kurt Blackie goes through to the top 8. And so we've got the next battle out. Now, this is Russell Fair, or is this the rerun?
Yeah,
yes,
actually.
this is Russell Fair, so don't get confused, because there's two cars that look very much the same out there, which is Russell Fair and Matthew Brown.
Matthew Brown, that's right.
Andrew Donahue is on the big whale, a lot of people would call them.
Well, they certainly are. I mean, it's like a blue whale, limousine whale. It's a 33 anyway, and they're cool. Kenny Ruddle likes the rails, doesn't he?
So people at home saying we could be a bit more excited.
Who said that? Call them out.
So,
Call them out. I'll be excited.
Mike Lake, presenters, could be a little more exciting. Okay.
Who's that, Mike?
Mike Lake. Yes.
Mike Lake. Hey, Mike, hope you're enjoying yourself and watching the live stream for free. That's what we like to do. Bring you guys a free product. Enjoying the drifting here. I'm going to be excited on this one here because I want these drifters to drift at Pace Solutions. There we go. Russell Veer. Can't wait for the SC to come out. Anyway, back to the action. Andrew Donahue and the HK Upholsterers machine. I'm going to get even more excited in Pro, but let's go to the Pro Sport, of course, brought to us by Turbosmart. And then we'll go back to this one. Oh, that's a big mistake. I don't think it was a straight line, though. As they come through this last section here, out through Black Line and tries to hit the Casper clip. The poor old camera operator is struggling. Big smoke. So Donahue certainly running a very shallow line to try and gain proximity. Doesn't do it, but then Laurel throws it sideways.
Bringing the Pro Sport pros out a bit later, and that's when we're really going to see the smoke show.
Until then, it's Turbosmart time in the form of the Turbosmart Pro Sport Championship. Second half of the battle between Andy Donahue, the Team 33 HK Upholsterers, Laurel, and look at the little S13, Russell Veer really tucking him in, winding in there, dialing in the angle. That might have been a big straight line, we'll certainly find out. Gets right up and brings that rear end of that S13 up towards the area the judges want to see, but I think it might be a huge mistake. We are going to no doubt see Andy Donahue go through after the judges deliberate. But Veer, there's no smoke because he's so far back. Andy Donahue shortens up the Laurel. It's only about 12 metres long now rather than 30. Brendon White's talking nose on his phone. Dunker says right. Mackie says right. T-Boone confirms that Andy Donahue will go through to the next round.
So we are bringing out the next battle here at round 2 for D1NZ. That is Sean versus Aaron. So this is a one more time.
Is it?
Was this the one more time that we already have these guys? No? Yes.
I can't remember. I used to write them down, but we've got all these. That's right. Sorry about burning it. I've got an extinguisher that can put that burn out. But anyway, let's go out to the track. It's the Choice Events machine. It is, of course, Sean Potros who leads the way. Oh, big shallow line to try and gain back proximity. Cactus Bait versus Choice Events. Potros lost in the smoke show. It's an overcast day here, pointing at the clouds. Is Sean Potros takes a very, very shallow line out. Oh, there we go. It's the second car as we come through to finish the lap. I'm glad that you're going to be talking about what happened in this because I couldn't see a thing.
So Aaron Hyatt now on the lead in the Cactus S14. Sean on the chase. It's all for Sean. Aaron's got to not lose this. We go in.
Oh, Sean really trying to close the gap as they come through with Aaron Hyatt really winding on the angle coming through the Turbosmart clip in through the Casper transmission transition point, and then we'll ride out through that black line zone. And look how close he's getting, knocking on the door Almost looked like he may run out of space to switch back through, but up to the NZ Vapor zone. And the Cactus Vape jumping on the NZ Vapor and finishing off this section. A nice run by Aaron Hyatt, but look how close the Sean Hotros came through.
We stopped them, and we have a look. Sliding left for Sean, sliding right for Aaron. Wow. Duncan says one more time. However, Mackie says Sean. Nick T-Boone says Sean. So that will be Sean through to the top four.
Well done to the Choice of NCS 14 pilot, Sean Hotros coming through. Technician overseeing everything. Well, let's talk about seeing everything. Adam Whitehead in the A31 Safiro is going to has two big cars going up against each other. David Hunter in the NDT Developments Laurel.
So Adam Whitehead is on our right on the screen at the moment. Yes, that's...
Hang on, let me just check what motor's in that thing there. David Hunter. It's got to be an RB.
Yeah, definitely. Turjos don't smoke like that. Right, here we go. We're off the line. Something's definitely not right with David Hunter's car, but he's going for it anyway. Adam Whitehead initiates in, but David Hunter, that is it. That'll be it. So he will be actually, we'll probably go red, potentially red on this if he doesn't get out of the section, so they will be watching it.
No, don't.
They might go back to green.
And what happens there now? Did we go red? We did.
That's
we did.
10-0, 10-0.
No, hang on, we've got to just work out.
But it was red. Did the red put him on?
Well, that'll be it. That's exactly what happened. Dan Hunter makes a pass. Down the back straight into turns 3, and this is not
Now, we didn't have replay cameras, and this was 2003. Everyone would go, yeah, he passed him, back in
made the
day,
pass.
Passes,
Like Cole on, who
who
did Cole pass? Hampton Downs.
All right, so everyone that's arriving, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, the main show is starting from 3, and that's what we're in.
So Dan Mackey said somebody needs glasses. Oh no, sorry, that's not glasses. 0-0.
Right, so
0-0.
even. So whoever takes this out could take the battle out. So David Hunter on the lead, Adam Whitehead on the chase, Blackline Tyres, .co.nz, here we go, versus NDT.
So it's the NDT Developments machine that is, he's got himself a nice little lead between himself and Adam Whitehead. Adam Whitehead's really going to have to chase him down as they come through into the Turbosmart outer clip. Right up the top is where the judges want to see Hunter trying to get there, certainly winding on the angle as Whitehead comes through, tries to knock on the door through Casper, shallows up through that V and up onto the NZ Vapor zone. Oh, does he keep that car sideways or did it straighten up? David Hunter looking smart out there, Turbosmart.
We forget about the first run because that was a 0-0. We look at the second run and we look at, okay, is that wall hit going to take it away from David Hunter? Because Adam's chase wasn't exceptional, wasn't an exceptional chase.
Let's just hope it's not a one more time because they're horrible. There we go. Adam Whitehead will go through. Brendon Duncan slides left. Dan Mackey slides left.
So Nick T-Boone scoring it one more
time.
And
Nick T-Boone, he's elected for an OMT.
Nick looked at that OMT, so he obviously looked at that wall hit and thought, no, I'll go for an OMT. Adam,
Nick, why did you go one more time?
I looked at the second battle, obviously, and it was pretty close. Like, both drivers made some pretty big mistakes, and the car that hit the wall would have had it if it didn't have the wall, but obviously the other guys thought the other way.
All right, thank you very much. Great to have Nick T-Boone back here at the D1NZ. All right, Brendon's going to pop off and do a couple of bits and pieces. I'm going to talk about drifting though, and it'll be the KNZ Cooper Tyres R32 Skyline of Kurt Blackie. Oh, look at that angle of Matty Brown. He's having a shallow up there to try and gain that proximity back because right now this is 100% advantage. So Kurt Blackie. Blackie comes through, hits that inside clip. Nice angle though, further back from the chase car. I don't know if the judges are going to be happy to see that. And a huge correction. So Blackie certainly doing it the right way and coming up to finish the section. So let's have a look at the car as well. You can gap the competition as such. All right, let's have a look at the second half of this battle. Matthew Brown. Oh, he's throwing it wide. He's dialing on the angle. And here comes Kurt Blackie, though. A nice chase run for Blackie as they come through this Turbosmart zone and then head up through this Black Lion That's an outer zone. A lot of these cars have been totally missing it as they go through and hit the Casper transmission, inside clip through V, and then back up to the wall. He's going to run out of, he's going to run out of speed pretty quick. Oh, that is going to be it. As we see a big correction, and I don't know if that was, I think it may have been a straight line prior to finish. Dunker goes left, T-Boone goes left, Mackie finishes it off, and that will be Kurt Blackie who will go through. Top 8 battle. As we release the cars and send them along the straight into this big sweeping right-hander. Look at the angle right up by the wall. Nice start for Michael Thorley. Comes through, quick switch. Shallow lines for Donahue. Holding that proximity. Michael Thorley looking like he's out here. Oh, look at that. And keeps his foot in it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Showing why he was yesterday's top qualifier in Pro Sport, Michael Thorley. All right, here we go. Second half of the battle. And it will be Andy Donahue this time to lead. Here comes Thorley. Listen to these monsters roar here at the Thunderdome, round 2 of the D1NZ at Max Motors Family Speedway. Well, that's a really nice lead run. You can see a fair bit of breakers. Well, that's an interesting one. On the roof, the brake and Mackie, Nick T-Boone, our judging lineup here. Nick T-Boone says Michael Thorley. Dan Mackie says Thorley. Brendon Dunker says the same. Both of them, all of them swiped left. I see a little man with his earmuffs on, waving there on the top left-hand side of the shot. Certainly hope you're enjoying yourselves here at Max Motors Family Speedway for round number 2 of the Link. Sorry, that was last year, of the D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Remember last year, what did I call it? Link Energy, I think I called it. Oh, can you floss? He can, he's going to floss. No, which one's that? Is that Orange Justice or is it, what's that one there? Not Orange Justice? I don't know. Show me your floss anyway. Who's got a floss? Floss, or I'll put Baby Shark on and no one wants that.
You can turn your mic on.
Blah, 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 blah. Hello, who am I? Of course it's Adam Whitehead, because he's going to try and win this for Dylan Woolhouse getting married today. Like, what an idiot. Who gets married on a D1NZ? I mean, sorry, congratulations to Dilly Wool and Karis.
Yes, congratulations, that Camaro we will see one time on the lead.
Maybe
Adam
one
Whitehead,
day. All right.
Spain, my hometown versus Kurt Blackie on the right, on the chase.
Well, let's go. The man from behind the KVNZ Cooper Tyres Battle Canoe machine needs to chase down the black line. A31 Safiro of Adam Whitehead. Whitehead doing a great job from the front as he comes through. Turbosmart switches through. Oh, look at Blackie. He's over-rotated that machine. Let's talk about, I don't know, put this chicken or something. Oh, and look, Whitehead comes through, just grazes the concrete. It's a small deduction for him, but heading through on a large advantage between himself. And what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the revs to rise, and off we go. All right, what are we going to see this time here? Nice, safe run. The man in second place, Adam Whitehead. Of course, Blackie, that big mistake. Shallow line for Whitehead. Blackie doing everything he possibly can up the front, but it's not going to be enough. 10-0. I mean, it was an ugly chase realistically, but it was a safe chase.
Nick T-Boone says Adam Whitehead. Mackie says one more time. Brendon Dunker says one more time.
So does that go to Adam Whitehead?
It goes inactive. So the judges call inactive chase. Inactive chase by Adam Whitehead. Is that what you're saying? Okay, yeah, definitely.
We did tell him in driver's briefing that we really want to have an aggressive battle. So I'm going to watch this one. Happy to come back afterwards.
Well, let's talk about this one here as the top 4. Look at it. Oh my gosh. How high up the track can you get for the NZR dog of Michael Thorley? He went #1 qualifier yesterday. He did the same thing at round #1, but a great chase. Sean Potros really tucking in underneath as they come through, back up to the wall again, past the V Energy clip, and right up grazing the concrete. That's what the crowd have come to see. Michael Thorley, this has been a great starting season for him.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on Facebook at the moment, D1NZ official. This is it. What can Sean bring on the lead? Huge fast entry there from Sean. Thorley hands back a weedy bit. Now Charlie's to close the gap.
Well, Thorley needs to close it up all right. It's a nice lead run to start by Sean Potros in the choice event S14. What is it, 13.5, isn't it? As the Dirty R-Dog, the NZ machine, will start trying to close that gap up. Shallow line for the car up front. Of course, Michael Thorley trying to get up and gets right on the back bumper as they finish the section.
Michael Thorley sliding right for the newcomer.
Oh, here we go, another.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, top 4 is going again one more time. So 2 judges couldn't make the call. We're going to go back to Mackie again on this one, and we'll just have a quick chat about the previous battle and this battle. First off, Mackie, one more times.
Yeah, so what are we doing? We want to do the Whitehead Blackie battle first, is that where we're at?
No, we're going to do this one.
Yeah, sure, okay, the one that just ran. So for me, in the end, I was watching really closely to the lead lines. I certainly felt that while they both ran a really great chase line, I've been focusing on making sure they hit the lead line first, make it chaseable. And for me, Thorley ran a slightly better lead line, made it a little bit more open, hitting all those clips that we asked for, which on this line really will offer you up to the other driver to get right up and behind you. So you can see Thorley right up on that line early on, allows Sean to come up a little bit too far. Did what I would have classed drop a wheel there, so I did give him a deduction on that. As they switch back, Sean's doing what he's allowed to do. He's closed up nice and close there, but dropped a wheel in doing it. So that evened that one out for me as we came around. But overall, Thorley's line for me was a little bit better than it was for Sean's line. So as we watch him come around again, Thorley a little bit further up that bank than Sean. Not by much, and to be quite honest, I only was a quarter of a point to Thorley in the end. So yeah, that really close for me on that one.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got this rerun back out on track now. I didn't agree with it. Just explain in an active chase again.
Yeah, so an active chase is where you have effectively a 10-0 advantage in the first one. You are required as part of the regulations to engage into the battle and effectively put yourself at risk at maybe making a mistake and having a spin or a 10-0 advantage go the other way. And I felt that based on the fact that Adam wasn't quite pushing the amount of smoke out that we'd seen in his lead run, and that he was sitting back off that car, there was opportunities for him to catch up, put himself into that position, and I feel that he made the choice not to. I'm guessing that perhaps Brendon Dunker agreed with me on that. Maybe a little bit different for Nick, but because he did go with the result. But yeah, so that was my result and why I chose that.
All right, well, talking about the result, let's go back to it. James Tyler, totally agree. All right, we've got the A31 Sofero, the Black Lions machine going up against Cooper Tyres, Mount Maunganui, the Cave NZR32 Skyline. This is the second run for these guys here after the judges deliberated on a couple of 50-50s and a swing to one side. Okay, big angle for Adam Whitehead, and here comes Kurt Blackie. Goes to knock on the door, but here's a huge mistake. I think it's going to be a straight line in a 10-0. We'll go back and deliberate that with Brendon White in the replay as Adam Whitehead powers back out of the section. Goes through the Casper transmission zone. Blackie trying to get on the back end of that, create that proximity, certainly off the line as the Black Line A31 Sofero powers back out. Nice angle, great speed, touches the wall. Great looking battle by both of these drivers. But I think,
well, not gapping, but he wants to obviously put on a good lead and have obviously a fast run. So here we go, Blackie on the lead.
Well, Blackie will move up into the, starts riding the wall nicely. A little bit off, but certainly pumping out some good smoke. Adam Whitehead knows that the inactive chase of the last one wants to get up and challenge, but the gap is again starting to form between himself and Whitehead. Whitehead running in second place, under the chase position. Blackie comes through and hits the V clip and then up to the wall again. Oh, I mean, I just think he's been gapped. I don't see that There's a big difference between that's been gapped, the other one was obviously inactive.
And tyres A31, so guys, sliding left for Adam Whitehead, sliding right for Kurt Blackie. Remember, get on to blackliontyres.co.nz and get 10% off anything you purchase with the code D1NZ, and they're going to be doing lots of giveaways as well over the course of the season. Alright, so Dan Mackey calls Adam Whitehead. Dunker scores one more time. Nick T-Boone scores Kurt Blackie, which means one thing, doesn't it, guys?
It does, and you know what that is? That is a genuine one more time.
Yeah, hey Brendon. I guess I'm probably the fairest one to come in on this one because I actually went one more time, and the other guys obviously went to each driver. Yeah, there was just a mix of mistakes by both drivers. You know, we really looked at, of course, first of all, Kurt Blackie's reinitiation on the sweeper there. That was a very heavy deduction for him. Whitehead had a pretty good run, but he also he ran a really good lead line, but he also had a contact on coming out of that last section. With the second run, Kurt Blackie definitely has a bit of a power advantage and a bit of grip and stuff, but at the sacrifice of a line here and there, it can be tricky. We obviously went each way, and that's why there's three of us, and I think it's a good decision to really give the drivers the fairest opportunity. I think we're going to go into the next battle, so we'll leave you to it.
All right, thank you, Brendon Dunker. So we are ready for the next battle. It's the NZ C33 Laurel of Michael Thorley going up against the Choice Events Nissan of Sean Potros. It'll be Thorley who leads out. As the two cars are released, and we will see them take on the wall. Slightly slower start, straight back up into the wall. It's for Michael Thorley. He's certainly not struggling to run the high line. A lot of these drivers certainly have been as they come through that Turbosmart switch. That's a out of zone, of course. And here comes Michael Thorley again, right up high. You can see why he got the highest points, because he is certainly emulating the judge's line as required, and he's formed a gap between himself and Sean Potros. So I wonder if there was a mistake by Sean coming out of that teardrop section as Thorley goes through, crosses the line. Beautiful clean lap by him.
Advantage to Thorley, if not even at the stage.
We're about to find out as we go into the second and hopefully the final half of this battle with Sean Potros driving out of the Choice Events Nissan Silvia. But here comes that big R-Dog of Michael Thorley. Thorley will be trying to close the gap and get on that back bumper. He does it this time here, almost taps it, shallows right up, he does chap it, and comes through that Casper transmissions clip, in through V, and up back to the wall again, as Sean Potros drives out of NZ Vapor. There you go, Brendon. How are you going to call this? Hit the angry button.
Okay,
here we go.
Says Sean. Dan Mackey says Sean.
Wow.
Dunker says Sean.
Congratulations,
wow.
Sean Potros. You are going
Good
through.
And to be honest, that is where I was leading, but I didn't want to say. And the reason I was leading on that is because Thorley, it is kind of the chase car's responsibility to not hit the car in front. And so coming through there, the judges obviously deemed it was Thorley's fault, and he made those other mistakes up in the bank. So yeah, good call. Lots of love. A few angry faces on the live stream.
Yeah, go the angry faces. It's a sudden death match between the Black Line A31 Safiro of Adam Whitehead. That's my pick going up against Brendon White's pick, the number 99, Kurt Blackie, in the Cave NZ. Cooper Tyres, Mount Maunganui R32 Skyline. These cars side by side, ready to let loose. Max Motors Family Speedway, Wellington, here we go. So straight into the turn we go. Whitehead running the midline. Here comes the Cooper Tyres machine of Kurt Blackie. Kurt Blackie trying to close up the gap between himself and Whitehead. Whitehead absolutely throwing it into that final turn up through Black Line. The name on the side of the car, that's the clippings, the zone that he's running through. Inside clip through V and back up that NZ Vapor wall ride. A nice chase, but who is it going to be? My man was, of course, Adam Whitehead. Brendon says Kurt Blackie. Blackie's... All right, here we go. The second half, sudden death. It's Kurt Blackie who leads the way, and that was a very slow. That was a very slow transition into it. I think that is going to almost be considered, well, I don't even want to say it. Let's talk about Blackie though. Blackie comes up, he needs to finish off this lap, and he will see a huge advantage go through. It was almost like maybe there was a gear loss, and you can see the gap that has been created. Whitehead. He's not even in shot, is he? No, he's still there, sorry. Very shallow as he's the end of the lap, so...
Whitehead sliding right for Kurt Blackie. Duncan scores Mackie and T-Boone. Unanimous. Kurt Blackie goes through to the battle for first and fourth. But before we see that, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Before we see that, we will see the battle for Mike Fawley versus
Sean Potros.
And then we're going to pull the live stream down and go back live after the pro. Here we go.
All right, well, straight up the front. This is the battle for third and fourth position in the Turbosmart Pro Sport Championship. Here he goes again. Michael Thawley railing the concrete. He's been the highest up the wall for the Pro Sport guys this weekend, and doing it all the right way at the front at the moment as he comes through that black line zone. But here comes the black line A31 Safari chasing him down as they come through that Casper transmission clip, out through the V Energy clip, and back up to the wall we go. Shallow lines for Whitehead, and a great run up the top of the fence line for Michael Thawley in the NZ Laurel. Yay, I like that.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how many times I say that, they will probably go one more time because we are not judges and we do not control them. Right, Adam Whitehead on the lead.
Well, let's see what Adam Whitehead can do. Well, he does it by picking it really nicely. Not as high up as the judges want to see, but qualifying was yesterday. This is battle time as we come through that Turbosmart clip. Nice transition through, running very high. And an over rotation, I think that's going to be enough to say that's all she wrote.
Yes. Now, one thing when you said back it in, the judges did say in drivers' briefing this morning they wanted drivers to back it in right there. Coming through that Oracle Science Supplies, big thanks to Science Supplies hooking us up. Mike Fawley knows, by the looks of it, he does realise that he can do victory burnouts after this, but I guess not. I guess they're just like, nah, we're going to do it now. So Mike Fawley knows that that's potentially a third place for him. We will bring it up right now on the slider of who's going to get third and who's going to get fourth position. So the cars, not sure why the grid staff aren't holding them. Cole Armstrong giving a little slap and tickle there. Here we go.
Cole.
We find out who gets third position for round two, brought to you by NZ Vapor.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3 strikes. Hooker left to Michael Thawley, and he will grab third position for round number 2 for the Turbos. Of Sean Potros going up against the KVNZ Cooper Tyres, Mount Maunganui. R32 Skyline, Kurt Blackie in chase. It's Potros who will lead them out. Hard on the gas. Nice line coming out of the NZ Vapor Zone. Comes through and hits the Turbosmart clip, and they both set themselves up. Oh, look how close Kurt Blackie got it, mate. Well, I don't know what it is. I didn't see anything. It was caught in the gaze as they come through Casper, back through V, and up through the NZ Vapor Zone. Both cars running very, very low through NZ Vapor. Sean Potros finishing up at where the judges will. Who's going to take first and second position? They're side by side. It's going to be Kurt Blackie that leads the way this time, and a slow start, but they both set themselves up and off we go. Sean Potros will be given the advantage of being right on that back bumper, and what? And a big fire. Let's hold on to it. Keep it going. Put your hands together. We're certainly going to need to, they're going to chase them down, but the fire has gone out. Brucey's already going. We haven't gone. I think we're still live on track. Whatever it was an oil fire is gone. No, it's still gone back. And we can see as they try to finish the lap, Brucey in the recovery vehicle will be chasing them down. We've got one happy and the other one needs to really come bring it to a stop as he... I went and asked Guy Maxwell because I was saying it wrong for the last 2 rounds.
Ooh, lots of fire extinguishers there. Looks like it's coming out of the fuel cap. So Bruce is obviously going to have a look at that. Let's have a look at the, and that's what catches light. All right, here we go. This is the one we want to see. Look at the start. It's like someone missed a gear or they just slowed it down, but still, whether it was the lead or chase, they're right there. It's fluid motion by both the drivers. They're both mimicking each other. Boom, there's the fire. Kurt Blackie out in front, lots of smoke. Sean's, though, not leading up. They switch on back through. Sean's lost a bumper somewhere, switch on back through. They both hit the clips. Sean's following the line that Kurt is following currently. moves on through, switches on through. No mistakes here by either drivers. They're switching on through, still on fire. Kurt on the wide high line, still on fire. Bagging it up, didn't let up. This is like a Ken Block moment. Switches out to the exit. Kurt Blackie really stoked.
Yeah, slap on the roof.
Now what the judges are probably going to be wanting to look at is actually the if it's his call, he's not there to take it. Left for Nick Teaber, Dan Mackey to the right. Brendan Dunker scores one more time.
All right, well, Kurt Blackie's going to need to turn around, get his car back out. What's going on? So there's a bit of a chat down. Kurt saying, okay, what do we got?
We will be coming back live for the Pro Top 16 and the parade. There you go. This is the rerun of Sean Bottrell versus Kurt Blackie. Nissan R32 versus Nissan S14 is hot out there, so remember also slip, stop, slap if you're out there in the sun. Appreciate you guys coming out from Wellington and Forster supporting round 2 of the D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Big thanks to the boys at NZ Vapor for bringing this one on. This man here was literally on fire, Steve.
Yes. All right, let's go. It's the Choice Events and Machine. Oh, what do we got now?
All right.
Yeah, okay, what's the go here?
Okay, so on this front he is allowed to push, but once he meets Sean on the line, so he's allowed to have a push start, if that's what he's asking. But once he gets on that line, he has to start under his own esteem. So if he, is it power?
Yeah, it's the same steam. But that has come out of the radiator, so we just got to take the cap off. All right, so what's the go? Okay, what's he asking? All right, so what's going to happen here? He's going to need to get the revs up to 1 million and drop the clutch and hope to. So what do we got? Bruce is going over.
It's interesting, someone coming across the LPA system there. So he has to start from a standing start. So he was asking if he can do a rolling start because he's only in third gear. But no, he cannot, unfortunately, do that purely because it's not fair on the other driver. Bruce, I'm not sure what he's doing. Just
look at that. That is the strength of Bruce. I mean, yeah, he is Bruce Almighty. They made a movie about him. All right, what's going to happen here then? Is he just going to go up and see if he can blow that gearbox to pieces? One gear. One time, one opportunity. So if he, oh, I see. All right, so he's just going to
gear. Yep,
third gear. He's going
ride
to
the
dump
clutch.
it in third and hope he doesn't stall. Now, if he does, that is an actual commentator's curse.
All right, Kurt Blackie on the chase. Sean on the lead. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he's got it going. All right, here we go.
Massive lead there from. Look, you've got to give it to Kurt Blackie for at least giving it a go and getting back out there. Sean on the lead here, Steve. Not a pretty sight for Kurt Blackie, unfortunately.
No, sadly not. He'll obviously bring that car to a stop. And I think I'd be surprised if we see a second half of this battle. Well, he does manage to kick the clutch up and get going, but a little too late for Kurt Blackie.
Yes, they do, but that is I guess it's a rule. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's pulling up. He wants them to pull the lights on. And that will be it for this part of the show, and then we'll break for half an hour to 45 minutes. And then we will be bringing the NZ Vapor cars out in the top 16 after that for the top 16 part of the show. And after that, conceding with the fireworks here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Third gear. Sean hanging back a bit just to keep that safe distance, I guess, Steve.
Well, you wouldn't want to be in the next chase, would you? Actually, if there's a mistake here, and it went 10-0.
Wouldn't that be ironic? So,
That would be horrible.
Sean now not hanging back. He's not giving him. So he's in third gear. This is where he kicks. Oh, but Sean! Oh my God!
He's got to keep the foot on it. Keep your foot on it. Keep your foot on it. Okay, so that is a huge points deduction, but it is not a 10-0 because the new rules of D1NZ this season is 2 wheels off. Here we go. Here we go.
Team bad. Mackie says Sean. T-Bird says Sean. Duncan says Sean. Sean gets the win, ladies and gentlemen, for Prosport.
Potros, there we go. Takes the win out.
He will be given the chicken flag.
You know what? Who wants to see some skids? Who wants to see some skids? Let's put the checkered flag in hand and send them out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. It's the first time a maiden victory for Sean Potros in the Choice Events and Promotions. Nissan Silvia. He's even got his own flag holder. A little bit faster than how we see a Super Saloon do their Skylab here at Turbosmart Speedway. And chucks in a Super 6, gets the flames going. Oh, that's what we like to see. Have a fire. Have a fire. Nah, keep on going.
Oh, Brucey nearly getting the Ford right in there. He's always very ambitious with that. But look, there you go on the stream. You can see the fire going again. So that'll be all she wrote for Sean.
So hang on.
Hang on what?
If he's got another fire, why was he allowed to go back out? Because obviously it wasn't cheap properly. Nah, just...
Again, Steve, rubber. So the rubber collects up under the guards.
Yep.
You see it now and then, and you see it in burnouts as well.
And
ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Round of applause.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Oh, Guy Maxwell, he's going to be a happy boy. He's got two stock cars in the New Zealand Stock Car Championship final tonight, and of course he's just had this man here standing on the roof of the, and here comes Kurt. Say R on 3.
Now
One,
we're
two,
going to have
three.
an arm wrestle. Oh, he's going to get on the roof and give him a man hug. Oh, how bromance. Look at that.
Oh, beautiful thing.